Hey everybody, it's Perry again. And I was reading in my New American Standard Bible, chapter 17 of Matthew, starting in verse 15, where the demon-possessed boy's father is talking to the Lord. And he says that, often he falls into seizures and suffers terribly. He falls into water and fire. And he says, I brought my son to your disciples and they could not cure him. And Jesus answered and said, you unbelieving and perverse generation, how long shall I be put up with you? How long shall I be with you? Bring him to me. And Jesus rebuked him, and the demon came out of him, and the boy was healed. Then the disciples came to Jesus privately and said, why couldn't we cast it out? And he said to them, because you are meager in faith. For I say to you, truly, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, move from here and go to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. What I found interesting in that is that verse 21 is missing. It went from verse 20 to 22, and yet there's a little footnote, and it says here in my footnotes, but this kind, Jesus continued and said, but this kind does not go out except by prayer and fasting. Well, I did some research on Bible Gateway, and I found that there's quite a few different Bibles that leave that verse out, and they'll put footnotes in, but there are some that don't. And so I'm looking more and more at the ones that don't to be able to replace my Bible that I have, because I'd prefer to actually have all of the scripture and not some of them being left out. So if you get a chance, go ahead and look into that through Bible Gateway and see which Bible you would prefer. I know NIV leaves it out as well, even the latest version of it. Although I had a version that was published back in the 1990s, and it had that verse in there. So if you can find one of those, that would be good as well. So give it some thought and tell me what you guys think. And please, if you can, subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up so that other people can see this as well, because scripture needs to be in its entirety. And I think that you might agree with me. So God bless you guys and have a wonderful day. Bye now.